good. Ibuki. One of those characters was real. Will it be the Ryu? Will it be the Ibuki? It's the Ryu. Ryu Yun. Nice top tier matchup between these two top tier characters of Ryu and Yun. Oh, towards fierce. Technically that's reaction parryable, but you know, I don't think most people would get it. It's such a weird thing to react to. And it's not that fat, or that slow. Okay. Oh, he wanted that to hit while it was still Gane, I think. I would have got a little combo there. Instead, he got no ender at all. Ooh, nice parry. It's kind of scary going for parries as Yun, isn't it? He's got low health. But, like, what's Ryu going to do from a mid-range low forward? The worst thing he can possibly do is, like, low forward EX fireball. Okay, so medium kick. Pretty good button. Okay, that's the best. That was fireball. That was fireball super. He tried to do fireball super and got DP. Good red. Fireball super here. Gane Yun has no wake up. Sides parry. Oh, it was a delayed button too. It still got the punish, but he would have blocked like a DP cancel. Slash parried. Hard to say what he did. I hope it's not super obvious. I'm loudly eating yogurt. Parrying the overhead is pretty much the dream in Gane sequence. Oh, that was the dream too. Good awareness too. He parried twice. If Yun is point blank, he can that hits 3 times, but if he's like mid range, it hits 2 times. Great punish. Gane, that's that new shit. I've talked about that before. In the olden golden days, you would have just done TC into Gane. But nowadays, the current school of thought is fuck it. Like, Gane's too impossible to challenge already. Just do the TC, complete your combo, and then Gane on their wake up. TC into Gane is a little bit more reliable, but I think has a slightly lower damage potential. Whew! Realistically, Gane is like guaranteed damage. Nice. EX dash punch. Do you want that? That was a punish. That was the best thing for Yun to do there, besides obviously parrying all the hits. He probably won't get dizzy, but it's possible. Oh, that could have been it, actually. Like a Tatsu cancel or something. I don't know what that is on block. I got no clue. EX dash punch? No idea. It's probably better the more spaced it is. Alright, TC on TC to super on block is quite good. There's always the danger of the red parry, but you know, that usually won't happen. The engine there is a bit questionable. Yun actually got a punish on it, but he dropped the combo. He had stand light kick dash punch there, and he missed the stand light kick. That's the annoying thing about Yun. His drops are really unsafe. Like if you do an up kick combo, or like a dash punch combo, and you drop the combo, you die. You're a low health character with a really unsafe special. Ibuki probably has one of the best replies to Denshin in the game in that little slide. Nice. Oh, she wanted close jab. You can do an OS to always get the full TC though. She didn't. Ryu shouldn't need to use Denshin, but he still has it in the back pocket if he needs it. With that little health, you can do something like a Fireball Denshin. Just on block. And chances are it's going to work. Again, didn't do the light kick ender. No air TC. If Ryu parried both hits of air TC, he would have hit a button instantly. But he was, because she gave him nothing to parry for the second one, he was just left waiting. Throw punish. Not bad. Oh yeah, you can super jump cancel that even if it's parried. So she gets hit midair. It's not too bad. Ooh, this should be good for Ryu. Should be over. That Denshin hit her before she recovered. Super is actually still a threat for Ibuki here. She's probably favorite to win. Oh, she didn't even have to spend it. Ryu was trying to preempt it. He was trying to stop, like, just jump super. That's not a bad idea. Didn't work. Nice. Good punish. Recorded footage. Yes. It's Acho. It's Japanese archival footage. Keeps on doing jab strong, but no short. There it is. That short you can just OS. You can do like jab strong, fierce, and short together. And you'll get whichever TC works. The timing's a bit different, so you have to adjust your timing. Or rather, the light kick and the heavy punch are not pushed at the same time. The light kick's a little bit sooner. She just overhead after that stand around house. Ibuki's overhead's one of her best buttons. It's insane. She got close jab when she wanted far jab there. Walking close jab. Ironically, the close jab frame data is a lot worse. Ugh. Did he want that? Probably EX Fireball, right? Probably wanted EX Fireball. EX DP would be a really weird thing to do there. If you're going to go for DP at all, which you probably wouldn't, it would be light DP. That overhead, even if you parried, it's hard to punish. Non-block. Whoa. It's real good. That's like an SF3 mix-up right there. Thunder kick. Probably didn't want that. Maybe he did. Was that a punish? It's a high connect. That was Dizzy, right? Yeah. No, Dizzy combo. About as good a punish as she could have hoped for there. Awkward situation. In this game, you can't just do walk-up stand light kick Rida. That was a blessing that she got towards light kick as her stand light kick in SF5. Oh. Two Kens. G Bill. I finished the yogurt. Far fierce is a poke. It was a Tatsu on the ground. Ken can duck that, but if he doesn't duck it, then it's not too bad. I think if they hit their minus, but, you know, being minus and being punishable are often different things. Thunder kick. It was a Yoplay light vanilla. Actually, very vanilla. According to the back of it, it had 80 calories in it. Oh, using the parry to confirm can backfire very easily. If that was even deliberate, which I would buy that it wasn't. Red parry, very nice. Challenging the cross-up with a parry is difficult. Challenging the follow-up with a parry is doable. It's risky, though, because it could be crouch light kick. It depends on whether Ken has a meter or not. Dudley. Towards strong. Yeah, towards strong. That one's towards forward. That's nice. Dash in a back throw. Just trying to get Dudley in the corner. Wow. Wow, wow! Dudley's walking into a lot of normals right now. EX Fireball. Maybe one more so you can get a dead OS going. No, he wants the meter. Oh, strong is good too. Oh. Okay, still got it. It's not over, but it's close. I would have just done... Okay, okay, okay. Gonna say I would have just done media EX Fireball, fuck it. That looked like a car throw, but I didn't think Dudley had one. He did it again. I did not think Dudley had a car throw. The fuck was that? Does he have like a weird one off of a crouching normal I didn't know about? Dudley has a top secret car throw I never knew. He's making it work. This guy's an expert with it. Jump in parry probably. Whoa. very high connect air attack. That's too far, isn't it? Yeah. What a punish. Love to see it. Nice block on the overhead. Whoa, 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 he's dead. No, he's not. I lied. That did 0. I forgot the Dudley super does no damage. I thought it was like unscaled, so it'd be kind of strong, but no, fuck, it did nothing. SA1 would have killed. KOF 15. I've been thinking about playing some with that game. I got asked to make some more videos, so I guess I'll do it. Next one might be Kula. Or maybe Sermi. Hi, Sermi. Hi. The overhead, no link. He wasn't point blank, but I think he was close enough to get the link. It was crouching Ken, and it was a hit. I think he just dropped it. I think it was just too early. Nice. Oh, beautiful. Jump roundhouse as a fucking throw crush is such a Dudley thing. As someone who's played several KOF games, KOF 15 is mad good. Worth every nickel. The slowest of the Shotos. No, Sean's the slowest, haha. What do you mean by slowest? Do you mean the slowest startup or the slowest recovery or what? I think they're the slowest recovery. I don't know if the startup even changes between the Shotos. If you mean the speed that they travel, I've got no clue. It's like almost irrelevant. Dudley. I mean, fuck, Hugo. Dudley was already there. In my head, I was like the Dudley Hugo matchup, and just everything got all fucked up. He hit the meat squasher. That was, he did an early jump roundhouse, and so he was minus on landing, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Probably yes. I think Ken's worse. He definitely has more recovery than Ryu. And I imagine he has more recovery than Akuma. Oh. I think that applies for normal NDX. Or I don't know if it's necessarily that they have less recovery, although I'm pretty sure they do. They have less hit stun and block stun, maybe? I don't know. Something weird is going on. The opponent's more plus. That's a punish. And it's SA1. I'm out here recording this bullshit. Watching some Third Strike, streaming, vibing. I got several projects I should be working on instead. Yesterday I went to my orientation for being Red Tech after getting into the program. It was cool. I got to see all the other people. There were 36 total students accepted, and all of them had, or very close to all of them at least, had 4.0 GPAs, including me. Empty jump throw. Probably doing jump and parry. Nice little shimmy. He did not confirm a super, though. Parries are decent there. It's about the best thing that can happen to you, really. Apparently they get like a couple hundred submissions every semester. Extra interesting on the orientation. I gotta go out and buy scrubs. I guess that's not very interesting. Oh my god, this Dudley. Let me think. There was at least one interesting thing. Oh, it's an unpaid internship. Fuck America. I've got to, like, do clinical training at various hospitals. And I'll be working 40-hour weeks for no pay. for 16-week periods. It's SA2 Ryu, by the way. Well, once I have the degree, it's like $34 an hour starting or something, or $37 an hour starting. I have to do the unpaid internship to get the fucking degree. Everyone has to do it. It's the only way. Nice. He was up quite a lot. He could have probably tried to win that round without landing SA2. But whatever. Oh, wait. It was round 2. I'm high. Alex. Now we're on Shinku Ryu. I can't even fucking see the number, but I see the 2 next to the super count. Super 2 is like you win if you land it. So if you don't have that many opportunities, it can be kind of strong. This Ryu in particular seems to choose it. What the fuck was that? This Ryu seems to choose it against low health characters. Even like a weak combo into SA2 does 60% of the opponent's health. It's strong. It's a very strong super. Nice. There's probably a juggle there, but I'll be damned if I know what it is. He's doing a lot of those fucking medium and heavy chops. The problem with this game is that it's the game with parries in it. And that kind of makes medium and heavy chop kind of bad. But they'd be kind of bad even in a game without parries, because there's no real way to set them up. See, that doesn't even combo. I don't even know why he did it. You guys don't even know how bad medium and heavy chop are in this game. SF5 makes them look good. The balance is that they have quite good reward if you can land them, but realistically you only see them after very particular parries, and then dizzies. And honestly, you don't even really see them after parries most of the time. Nice parry on that. A little low strong to build meter in the middle of it. Yeah, Alex is good now in SF5. I feel fairly confident saying that. Hit him far. He can combo here. Yeah. I said combo, but I just meant like punish. Ooh. Ryu kept the meter. Doesn't matter, but it's kind of funny. SA3 in this matchup. I honestly kind of feel like SA1 might be the way. Yeah, you can go anyway. I feel like SA3 is the best in general. And it's not like Hugo has great answers to get out of Denjin. It's just that he has a long dizzy bar and a lot of health. Okay. The midair parry of the fucking raw lariat. What an unusual scenario. Ryu's doing a really interesting job of trading down. What a punish! This isn't enough to kill, is it? No way. It's pretty close. Oh. That failed punish sucked. Okay, he still won. He jumped trying to get an SPD, I imagine. It happens to the best of us. Oh, he had something there. EX Lariat. He had EX Lariat. EX Lariat would have comboed after that anti-air clap. Pretty sure. SPD punish? Yep. Pooh. Meat squasher and he got hit. Oh, nice. Hugo has a good reply to that. As long as there's even a single window, he can get reversal and over. That's like a safe jump setup. Even if you parry it as Ryu, Hugo's not punishable. He is minus though, so I don't know why Ryu didn't parry. Well, I do know. It's because it's scary. Because Hugo can just like empty jump and SPDU. It's a tricky scenario. Just OS parry then jump. Nice. Ugh. Tried to shimmy with the fucking back plus roundhouse. You see that every now and then. It's not that great though. I think that was a failed shoot down backbreaker with the timing on that light kick. Nice little combo. Tension was probably better there. This is over. Should not spend tension, I think. Yeah. Also, it's SA2 Ryu now. I would never pick SA2 Ryu in this matchup. I don't think it's bad. I kind of like SA1 here. I think. I don't know. He could have super canceled that if he was feeling daring. He could have super canceled that. Well, not the donkey kick, but the combo leading up to it. Hugo's now dead to SA2, but, you know, he's dead to a lot of things. Alright, I want to see the anti-air super. Anti-air DP super. Okay, that's fine. Caught it with SPD. Nice punish. God, the impact freeze on that super is so godlike. We're back to Denshin. Clearly this Ryu is just cycling his supers. Quite a good punish. He was not point blank, so I don't know if he could have got the card dash punch, but it looks like he went for it. Whoa! The Zeshoho hit on the ground. Oh, you can do up kick there. Was he just trying to be safe? He didn't want to get parried? Well, GG. A lot of Ryus do low strong there because it's kind of more reliable. Low fierce or especially standing buttons can occasionally be picky, depending on the height that you connect the air normal. Nice. I don't like that. Is that a failed super? I mean a failed DP? Failed DP super? Heavy DP into Denshin would be pretty good versus a dive kick, I would think. Oh, nice catch. I always feel robbed whenever that happens to me. It's actually easier to do on Aura than most characters. It's fancy to see it versus like a Ryu. Not that fancy. That looked riskier than it was because he was going to go into Denshin, but he was still dead if it was blocked, I think. Because Yun could just act like it was punishable. Yun could just always try to punish the Denshin. Little TC. It's a very forgotten one. The back forward towards forward. It's Ibuki secret TC right there. Whoa, it's SA3 Ibuki. Cool. That's probably minus on crouching Ryu, right? I have no idea, actually. Nice. I don't know, probably. SA3 Ibuki is really cool. The thing is, it has a lot more setups than SA1. You lose the chip, obviously. But you've got various links into it, and some of them are pretty good. The only issue is that it's just one bar, so it doesn't give you much EX, and once you use it, you're empty again. Yun is... The original playstyle was kind of a... The original playstyle was kind of a mix of the two, but Rekka's didn't come till later. So the original playstyle between the twins was more Yun-like. I think in New Generation they had Yang's little rolling up kick thing. And Yun's dash punch. Oh. No confirm on the two low shorts. He could have had Shinku Hadoken for the win. How I Hugo. SPD. Clap. Send medium punch. Slow medium kick. I don't think they knew which twin was stronger when they made this game, to be quite frank. I don't think they knew how strong Gene was. And when you discount Gene, the twins are of approximately similar tier. He tried to empty cancel. Ryu got a nice punish. Rod engine, not even a fucking Hadoken first. Unfortunately, SA1 is a bit of a meme. But I won't bash it. I think that has more meter than SA2, right? I think the bar is longer, so they're both 2 bars. You'd probably prefer to pick SA1, actually. Hard to say, because SA2 is a slightly better super. Nice parry, nice punish. Very common Shadow anti-air. OS parry, anti-close fierce. Nice catch. Caught the dash in with low forward. Very obvious crossover. Hard to parry, but easy to block. Okay, this should kill. He did low forward. That's all scary. Ryu's low forward is like fast, but you know. I would have done low strong. 12! Low forward has better range though, and he wasn't point blank. 12 was kind of hype. I made a whole video about this guy. Top 10 3S player of all time. You want me to list 10 people right now? I have no idea. Jump jab. It's a shame it's jump jab, you know what I mean? If all of 12's air normals did the damage of fucking mediums, he'd be a pretty good character. Actually, if you just doubled 12's damage, as we've discussed before, he would be quite good. Was it the heavy? That was a failed super, I imagine. He got a fucking heavy needle. We didn't even see it. It was off the screen. I think they probably didn't think about how strong Gene would end up being in neutral. I could buy that they knew it was pretty good for combos. But I can't imagine they shipped Third Strike knowing that every Gene was basically guaranteed damage. I think they probably thought people would confirm into it out of fear of wasting it. But it's almost impossible to waste Gene. If you got the right strat, that is. It's very easy to waste on accident. Ryu versus 12 is actually a fairly even matchup if you just discount damage. But the problem is Ryu just gets so much damage compared to 12. In neutral, 12 is a bit better, I think. Or at least pretty even. What's the chip out? Yeah, shimmy low jab. I mean low short. Wow with pitted. What? No? I don't even know what a pitted is. But I've never really played WoW. What did that hit? Stand forward, hit some fucking ghost. Ken's gotten some confirms. Whoa, stop getting these fucking low strongs and not converting. He's gotten so many confirms. Oh, he doesn't even get a confirm. Nice red, holy shit. Remember how I made that video on Ken's overhead, people doing that? You can even do it even easier to Ryu's overhead. I shouldn't say even easier. It's harder to react to Ryu's overhead. And all the same risks and rewards apply. I know, right? He could have canceled the DP to Denshin, But he did the safer thing, which was, you know, just as good. Whoa. Ken couldn't quickstand there. Ryu timed his jump like Ken was going to quickstand, but Ken was dizzy. Quickstanding was impossible. He could have jumped again. He had time. He was timid. He was like, yeah, I'll take the damage. Not a bad decision by any means. Anti-air. If X-Copy, if you were invincible for the transform back, it would be okay. What the fuck? Who does this? I haven't seen one of these in a while. Whoa, Glar on fucking point. I didn't even get to click it yet. 2 dashes. I think he had time to jump. I think if you got time to dash twice, you could probably do a super jump. Okay. A little bit hard to punish just a random up fireball. Oh, nice. Big damage. EX tackle? He went for just a bunch of tackles. This should kill, I think. It was close. If he did tackle headbutt, it might have killed. I don't know. I kind of thought it would kill more quickly than that. That was a punish. Tackle headbutt is pretty hard to buffer. Whoa, fancy. And an unblockable? He went for one. Couldn't get it. Ryu was just in the wrong spot. Neutral throw, which bounces the opponent off the mirror, unlike the other two. Funniest? I always liked Hugo SA2 for a funny super. He just lanes on you. Suppose he recovered in time. Nice, that combo. Beautiful. Mirror never even hit. Isn't that kind of funny? Using the mirror to combo fireball into tackle. Nice shimmy. Oh, the fucking Kara. Oh, baby. I didn't even think that would be in range. Oh, is that true? I don't know. Shit. Oh yeah, I was gonna say tackle headbutt is pretty hard to do if you just buffer it, but there's actually a setup where you can I went for the car again. A setup where you can partition it. I don't know if I'd call any super in this game funny. Nice. Oh, why did he DP it? That was a very clearly deliberate decision, but it was just weird. You can do crouch medium kick or a crouch hard kick for Ken. They both work. Whoa. Got a crouching hit, too. Might have been too far away for the super thing, though. No, that was a super confirm. Technically speaking, you should car off of low medium kick because it's got less recovery. So if you drop it, you're less punishable. It doesn't really matter, though. Okay. That was a cool corner. Oh! He ran out of Joker potential. Oro EXSA1 is kind of good. I'm sure we can all agree that one's nice. Oro just yeets you into the sky and then lands on you. Nice. Whoa, the car again. I thought for sure back throw. There it is. That almost looked like a car back throw. Might have been. That's hard to do. This Ken is mad good. Depending on the setup, there can be a slight sacrifice in damage in order to go for the Kara DP, which is kind of nice. Shows serious skill from the Ken. Not free to attempt. Super that looks the least threatening. I don't know. Remy SA1. He just throws a bunch of his regular fireball at you. Oh, they both went for it. Mirror looks pretty unthreatening. Yeah. Just kind of sits there. It's like, oh no, it'll bounce back my fireball. Okay. Ryu's like free meter. Nice. To take the parry and then use it for a throw. It's kind of funny. Ken was crouching, so Ryu didn't have a lot to go for there. A 40x fireball maybe. But he wants to keep the Denshin, I imagine. Oh no. Okay. That was a punish by Ken. Uncharged Denshin is pretty unsafe. Even on hit. I said even on hit, like you can block it. Ah, okay. Nice, I think that was a punish. Low forward until IDP can lead to another DP. Wow, he missed it. You need reversal timing for that. It's -3 on the dot. Nice. Bully mode would have been to just whiff low strong while Ken is dizzy. Okay. But your medium kick looks like it would hurt your foot. It's kind of jamming the side of it into someone. Alright, huge fucking threatening location on the screen for Ken. Ugh, that hit? Whoa, he missed the punish though. Parry kind of did nothing, but it was also low risk. I don't know which super threatens me the most. I mean the least. Which super fills me with the least dread when I see the opponent pick it? You see, it's probably not Alex SA1 or SA3, even though they're horrible supers, just because they're so rewarding if they work. So, like, they're more threatening than some of the other ones. What's a super where I just feel no fear whatsoever when someone picks it? Chun-Li SA1? No, that one's decent. Chun-Li SA3 would be a good answer. That one's pretty bad. It's also just not threatening. He stood into it. You can just crouch fierce harmlessly, I think. But if you do like a crouching DP or something, it's more rewarding, which might have been what he tried for. I don't know. Or he could have tried to stand block. He was like, oh, if I stand block this, I get a punish. And then he just stood block right after Ryu passed over his head. Yeah, the Hazanshu is Chun-Li SA3. Ooh. DP'd on the parry. That's a good answer. That's probably it, yeah. Probably the least threatening super to see someone pick. I was thinking it was going to be like Yang SA1 or something. That one's not very scary. Nice. From a gameplay perspective. Nice. He's like, fuck it if I get parried. Ryu's not doing 3 parries, and even if he does, I won't die. Ryu actually could have killed him there. If it was like, parry all 3 hits, move under him, get some kind of punish into donkey kick or whatever, like Tatsu, and then a Denshin setup, that completely could have turned around. Nice punish! So he wanted walk in into low forward, maybe? Oh. Ryu hit the button early, anticipating an air button from Ken. Nice! Good punish. Close Fierce can be kind of picky for... What is this? Huh? I wonder who's plus on that trade. That was cool. Slam Dance is a very not scary super. It's kind of the same deal as Alex SA1. Oh, baby. I think Necro's the one, isn't he? I think you get double DPs for free versus Necro off of certain starters. I think it's Necro, Elena, and Q. You don't need cars for Necro. Dropped it. Sad. Set a punish? Must be fucking nice. Alright. Yeah, Q, you get everything. Versus like Necro and Elena, you can do TC into double DP, I think, but you need the Kara. But you can get like close strong into DP and it just works for free. SF3 in this matchup for Oro. That's common these days. Oro's never out of it. Just gotta find that one moment. That was not it. That was supposed to be uppercut. He wanted uppercut. He wanted low short uppercut super. And he got fucking low short fireball super. What is this? That's a real setup. It's just very goofy. Point blank low forward into medium stomp. And the stomp hits from behind. You can just walk out of it though. You can react. When Oro drops the stomp cancels, you can just fucking react. If you ever see Oro do the stomp cancel, you just walk forward always. It's like very, very rarely gonna get you punished in any way. Heavy fireball? No. Okay, he likes the setup. Nothing? Oh, I like it. This will kill. Jump medium kick? That was low-key genius. He wanted lower damage so he could get full chicken combo for meter build. Ah. That was probably an accidental fireball. I think he partitioned that without meaning to. That was a really weird time to pull out a fireball. Kind of an awkward double jump, but not bad. He did an early button, which was good against what Kem was looking for. No quick stand. This is real unblockable. He should, yes, do the non-corner carry version. What is this setup? I like it, though. Ended up being pretty good. This won't kill, and he won't get another meter, so he's got to just, you know, take whatever he gets. That was good. He did max damage, and it was enough to dizzy. Beautiful. Look at that Necro arc. Tor's strong in this matchup is not a bad poke. Dudley can't duck it. It has quite a lot of pushback, so it's hard to punish Oro for it. Wow. This is not enough to kill, but it's a lot. Actually, no, it's not. No, yeah, it is enough to kill, because he gets dizzy on the last one. He had dizzy on that one, I think. Oh, worst possible time to get a stun. Oh, I like this. Yeah, just fuck it. Spend some meter. Just walk back if he jumps and low forward him. Or that's, yeah, okay. Walk back if he jumps and stomp him. I mean, no one's going to parry that. Okay. Got hit out of a universe overhead. Dudley's low pokes are not super prevalent. Low fierce is a poke versus Dudley I've never had that much success with. Generally, it's kind of hard to counter poke Dudley on the ground from mid-range. Well. If you're far away, it's not too bad. Dudley can't duck Oro's pokes, which is nice. You can like roundhouse against him. Pretty low risk. Kind of low reward too, but you know. Wow. Super? Not super? What was that? He jumped. Super now. Okay, sure. Oh, this is the dream come true for Oro. Yum! The double super setup was very smart. Nice, safe throw. It was like meaty, low, short into nothing. Meaty, low, short into parry. I do that sometimes. Oh, very good. Yeah, Oro doesn't care if Ibuki jumps. That was a failed partition, I think. Maybe a failed heavy stomp. It's hard to say. Yeah, EX machine gun blow is horrible in neutral. It also does like very little chip. It seems like the kind of move that would do a lot of chip. But I think most of the hits of machine gun blow do like no chip. It's like a few specific ones that do. I have mixed feelings on this. I think if you were going to do it, you should do 3 stone. Ibuki has no meter. Probably Oro should be looking for like low short or low forward or something. Or a fireball. Or like a maybe, I don't know. I would stick to the ground. Don't give her a super. I guess your meter is more precious than hers. Alright, yeah, I like that. Early anti-air EX DP. Nice. There was no saving that for Ibuki. Yeah, it was heavy stomp. He wanted heavy stomp. That setup's kind of weird, but not horrible. You can just do regular chicken combo and the meter build is higher, but I think the dizzy's a little bit lower. The damage is pretty similar. It's also harder to do the combo he did. Chicken combo is easy on Ibuki. That was an uppercut that traded. I don't like the meaty jump. Is that a failed instant air super? He really tried to block it all? Yep. Should have parried. Just the last hits, not the whole thing. Wah! The parry was nice, but I don't know why roundhouse. Ooh, strong! Why not strong? 5 stone as a pressure option is a little bit iffy. He got it to work. Heavy stomps. I forget the difference. I don't know if there is one. The heavy stomp has a different timing, but I don't think it does more damage. That was, I think, near neutral. Or I was probably plus. Okay. He kept parrying. She didn't mesh. You're trying to be cute, but that wasn't the way. What up? Heavy fireball neutral's not super risky. Car fireball, I saw that. Did another one. Those aren't super hard. What the fuck was that? Was it throw bait? Oh, that is bar. Jump fierce, Rida. I meant jump fierce, medium kick, Rida. I was gonna say them out of order. Can't find her. Yeah, that was a good double jump. Ugh, he had to hit her midair. He went for... You didn't have a punish once you landed. You had to just take the air to air. There was nothing doing there. This is it. It's both. Oh. Okay, 5 stone here. I approve. This is exactly the combo I would have gone for. He went for the deliberate reset, and it worked. It paid off. See, that's why I don't like the heavy stomp stuff. Let's do a regular chicken combo. It's Ibuki. It works. Nice. Meter build. Yep, meter build. That autocorrects. Ibuki rolled to the left as well. She knew how to think about it. That close roundhouse just didn't launch Oro because he got hit out of the tail end of it. It was weird. Uppercut to beat the throw. Okay, I actually really like that throw. Yep, yep, yep. Ugh, she's challenging. She's challenging. Hit buttons. The thing about Oro's SA3 is that it's alarmingly easy to challenge unless Oro's going for constant pressure rather than mix-ups. So it's just stuff like walk and light kick. So when you see that your opponent is trying to fight you, you've got to just shift over to pressure instead of mix-up. You got to shift over to constant hitboxes. Nice. You get one stomp here, or that. That works too. It's more reliable ender. A little bit stronger as well, but not as much meter build and more soaky. Okay. This will kill if he chooses to spend it, which he didn't for some reason. He missed. He got roundhouse when he wanted heavy stomps. I think is what happened. Some weird thing happened with his fucking execution. Who knows what? I don't know why he's going for the heavy stomp combo. It's just goofy. It kind of fucks your own your own juggle counter too. Because when you just do cool juggle. Instead, the buffet lender, classic. Nice. See this combo, he didn't even hit it. You've gotta get a specific height of stand medium punch for the second one. It's like your normal chicken combos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so the second to last hit is the medium punch, the 5. And then you can super cancel that and get whatever. But the problem is if you go for the other combo that he's doing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's doing like stand medium punch, fireball, stomp. And then hit number 6 is the medium punch. So you can't super cancel it. You got no enders anymore. I imagine the best ender is probably just stand medium punch into super jump cancel, heavy punch or something, which will still combo. But you can't go into a super anymore. Unless it's like a Kuroda setup SA2. Or just the pressure. Tengu Stone pressure. Look at that seal wobble. I don't even know what the other one is. It's still a seal. I like the seal. The seal looks the way I feel. Oh, yeah. Or a stomp mix-up can get challenged by DPs. Whoa. Yeah, I like that. Smart. That's smart too. Yeah. Whoa, this Dudley. He challenged that the best he could have possibly challenged it. He might die right now, though. Like, he might already be dead. Dudley has a really hard time getting out of these. GG. He actually got the 2-hit stand medium punch at the end, which was bad because he could have done a full chicken combo and built more meter. And it sounds weird, but meter's very precious when you're trying to do loops. Back throw into super. I would have just done it. Fuck it. Get him to burn a bar. Okay. Same deal. Ah, very nice. That's the scenario. That's the dream scenario for Oro. That was a failed uppercut. In that scenario, if Oro goes for air throw, the super OTGs. It's extremely goofy. Okay. Ducking super actually worked there, I think. Thought they could have challenged that. Nice. Oro's going to try and win very safely. Ducking super there. Nice parry. That is a reactable, though. You can't just low parry it when you see it if you're looking for it. It's scary, though, because Dudley has really strong overhead. I think he wanted to uppercut into... Because close medium punch was too far away there, I thought pretty clearly. I think he wanted to uppercut into super. Which actually works him further out than close medium punch. Okay. You gotta go for a Kuroda setup here. He went for that thing. We saw that last time. Instant air jump medium kick! Overhead! Cool. Anti-air jump. Anti-air jump drill. Oh, nice red. Oh, he wanted close medium punch. Necro's got better momentum, which automatically makes him have better... Nice little parries. What is this? That's harmless. That does more dizzy. Oh, yes, the escape. He knows how to escape unblockables. You're fucked, Aura. He did wake up half circle back punch. You can get unblockable off this if you want. Okay. Really, really good challenge. Medium punch? Yep. The overhead, a little scary. That overhead's not useless, but if the opponent's waiting for it, they can react with parry. It's a little bit risky. Forward jump, or that. That actually, sad. The stomp lost hits because the angle it hit at, plus Necro's crouching her box. That should always fly out like that too, amusingly, so I would have just held up forward. Love this matchup. I do that all the time. That exact parry. Oh, he did not. Wait, no, he did want that. I thought that was a mistake. It was some kind of elaborate setup. You can get an EX fireball that goes down, but he did it at the wrong time, so it went up. But then he did a second EX fireball, showing that he did in fact want one that went up. He was using the EX fireball that hit in that way, so that he could get Longeroki. I'm pretty sure he just killed. If he just took a regular punish. Yeah, I would have done that. Well, I would have done stomp, but the jump in was good. I would have empty jump into jump again stomp. Okay, this is pretty dire. I don't dislike the double jump. Aura needs to, like, take risks to get out of the corner in this matchup. Just don't be in the corner. Like, fuck it. Super jump out. Do whatever. Stomp out if you have to. Just don't be in the corner. Do not let him put you in there. Fight it by any means necessary. Oh, he didn't do the double. Okay, this is dire. Oh, still dire, still dire. He almost got a meter back from that. Okay, stay out of the corner. Is that a punish? Holy hell. And like a very optimal one, too. Right? He had the perfect screen position and a meter for an unblockable, and then he just dropped it. That looked whack as fuck. That mirror placement was so godlike. Or I was all but dead. Okay. That was like the dream mirror. It was like exactly where it should have been. Whoa. Come back. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Walking car throw. Nice. He might have had walk-in stand strong there, but the hit grab was safer. I don't have mixed feelings on this. Alright, he made it work. You don't really get a... Ah, he went for the... He read a parry. Can't believe that just worked. This is pretty scary. Aura could easily win here. Roundhouse is like almost a dizzy. Ah. Okay. Okay, anti-air crouch fierce. That works sometimes. The dream parry. Or has various buttons to poke through the mirror, so you're going to have to be at least a little bit timid. Nice challenge. Dash into block was actually really smart there. Just get rid of the mirror as fast as possible. Unblockable? Oh, he just waits. Optimal. 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 Okay. The dream dizzy! This won't kill, but it's close. Okay, cool. Very high connect stomp. That was a really, really bad meaty, but whatever. I'll look at it. I don't know if I'll play it. We'll see. I would have done shimmy into Carther there. Or I just shimmied. Okay. Okay, yes, that's it. Get out of the corner by any means necessary. Oh no, you're back. Okay, you're out again. Alright, this is a horrible screen position. He just takes that. I think the Staying Fierce was a failed EX fireball. Because EX fireball would have made a lot of sense there. Okay. Okay. I would have back throwed. Back throw into super. Would have been good. Anti-air jab, very reliable. Double jumps that are fairly low risk. Nice whiff punish. Urian's obviously looking for some kind of tackle into mirror to get Aura in the corner. Or that. Anti-air tackle. Oh. That was going to be super cancelled anyway. I don't know, actually. I guess he probably wouldn't have built the meter. Alright, great matchup coming up. Necro and Urian, very, very cool one. Probably a 5-5. The back throw. That was a, yeah, these are hitting on the back. That's a very obnoxious thing Urian has in some matchups. If knee drop crosses up, he can just do it on opponents who are in the corner. And it's like super obnoxious to try and like do anything. Because you can't easily, like, if you try and block it, you walk into the mirror. And then you get unblockable. It's like an unbelievably awkward scenario. Okay. Oh, what a challenge. Of course he's going to tackle you into the mirror. Just parry it. Jump fierce, top secret, necro normal. Never see that one. That might be true. This is pretty dire, yeah. Necro had to do some kind of red parry and it was going to be ugly. He hit the not block there. You can make a game very balanced if you make it very sterile. This game is not very balanced and it's not very sterile. Sterile. SF3 is sterile, I said it. Red parry? Nope. He just took the regular old punish. Okay. What a fucking red parry. He missed the last one, though. Of all the characters who have sex and don't have sex in Street Fighter, I firmly believe that both characters on the screen have sex. Nice. I don't know what Urian was supposed to do to win there. Okay. Still really hard. He did it! Snuck it back. He had to win it fairly. He had to actually make the comeback, and he did. Urian is not a comeback kid unless he has a corner and a meter. In which case, he's a huge comeback kid. Yeah, Ibuki has a BF, and she also... I shouldn't say she also. Ken also has... Ken also fucks. The one we're looking at right now. Ken is married with child. So we got 2 more fuckers in the mix. Nice double DP, mid-air connect. Might not have needed the Kara, but the way he timed it kind of looked like it was the Kara. Okay. The super cancel that gets 1 hit. 2 hits. I think it gets 2 hits on everyone. It might be 1 hit on some characters. I love to see that super cancel. He did 2 times DP. The thing is, the super, when it hits, resets the juggle potential. Necrofucks, maybe. I don't know what his relationship with Effie is. Maybe Ibuki's waiting for marriage, we don't know. Just because they're in a relationship doesn't mean they fuck. However, we can confirm that Ken fucks because he is a child. Does Mirror have any kind of involvement in this game? None. None for any version. That being said, EX Mirror hits unbelievably quickly. It hits like the frame it comes out. So unless there's an active hitbox inside Urian's body for the Super Freeze, EX Mirror will come out. And of course that can happen, that he has an active hitbox in his body for the Super Freeze. That's like very feasible to happen. For example, if the opponent just does any kind of meaty, where there's a hitbox inside him, and Urian does wake up EX Mirror, he'll get the EX Mirror, but he'll just get hit out of it. The Denjin gets stopped by the mirror temporarily, but then drills through. So like the Denjin like zooms toward the mirror and then gets stopped by the mirror, and then passes through the mirror. That's like a Denjin with at least a little bit of charge. I don't know what a fully uncharged Denjin does when it hits a mirror, but Denjin does not bounce off mirrors, unlike most super fireballs. I think it's the only super fireball that doesn't bounce off mirrors actually. All the other ones do. I think they thought the Denjin would be too weak if you could just bounce it back. That being said, it's still a good idea to put up a mirror versus Denjin because when it stops the fireball, it kind of gives you a safer wake up. You can use that to like jump or whatever. You can use it to do something. No, Akuma... Oh, Air SA1. I have no idea. Probably not. Ground SA1 gets reflected, but Air SA1, no clue. Sean SA1 gets bounced. Or SA2 gets bounced. Ryu SA1 gets bounced. What are some other fireball supers? I don't know about Electric Snake. No idea. Probably it self-nullifies. Probably like the front hits get bounced and then nullify the back hits. Or I guess that Electric Snake just gets stopped by mirror. Kiko Show, no idea. Mystery. Probably destroys the mirror, I would guess. Kunais have coding that seems to be completely separate from fireballs. They don't behave like fireballs in like any instance. They don't dispel hits from fireballs. They don't bounce off anything. Oh, he went for the link. I don't know the rules on that one. Nice, as a punish. Hit Urian in his landing recovery. Roundhouse the poke. Damn, look at all those letters. Oh, love it. I do that all the time. Super jump cancel, stay safe. If your stand medium punch gets parried, you just super jump away. He still got hit, but he got hit midair, which is better. Nice throw tech. A little scary. Ken could have got stomped by taking that throw. Oh, I love it. The double air attack. He got parried, and he's like, oh, I can still attack on the way down. Mixed feelings on the super. Okay, he made it do something. I was going to say it's hard to make the super do something. It's hard to have a truly worthless super with Oro. It's like every super has some kind of positional strength. But there's a high chance you're just going to waste meter on like a little tiny smidge of damage. Difficult. Very difficult. Hard to win. You can do regular stomp versus throw in this game. EX as well. Instant air stomp is very strong. Akuma's air SA1 does get reflected, but it bounces into the ground, so it doesn't do anything. I want to say that's what happens in SF5 with air fireballs. That was unsafe. That was a really bad punish. He cut it a lot better. Okay. The heavy stomp version, but he did it too late, so it got both hits. You want one hit only. That was trying to chase, I don't know what. Backdash? It's a mystery. Or is making some questionable decisions this round. He can still win, though. That was such a risky universal overhead. What the fuck? If Oro just blocked, he could have stand strong punished and won. Yeah, you get the 8-hit stomp by mashing. You have to mash kicks. You can only do it from the air stomp. You cannot mash the ground stomp. And if it's an EX stomp, you can mash out 9 hits. Which sounds like it isn't a huge increase in damage, but actually EX air stomp does about double the damage of regular air stomp. The damage increase is pretty notable. Ah! Thunder kick worked. It was like at the perfect range where Oro couldn't easily challenge it. The challenge he finally did traded. What a punish! This Ken is so good. He's playing like the perfect anti-Oro. Okay. Still a schmix. Poke with light DP is fairly low risk and decent reward. That fireball. You have to partition to even get that. That was a weird thing. Extremely weird. It's a hard thing to do on accident. So I imagine he wanted it, but it was just like, why would he want it? Oro's playing a really good ground game this round. I wish he played like this all the time. That's super risky versus Oro. You need like pretty precise. He had walk in, stand strong, 2 hits into Crota stuff. Okay. Wow, that went far. Confirm. This could actually turn around now. I thought Oro was pretty much in the clear, but now it's looking pretty bad. Oro should not have lost that. Ken needed 2 super confirms, and Oro just gave both of them to him instantly. Torch Strong is a pretty risky poke in this matchup. Ken can duck it. Okay, double jump was a bit risky. Ken challenged it successfully. Jump and stomp, blocked. Very nice. That's pretty low risk by the Ken player. Wow, that shimmy. He shimmied out of dash and throw. Midi was low short. walk back low short or low forward or something. It's a good reply to jump ins. Didn't work there. That was parry into close strong by Oro. He just wants it. This is like me when I fight a good Ken. It's like, fuck it, just give me close strong. I don't care what I have to do. Oro often only gets hit once by Ken's overhead, yeah. It makes the confirm harder on Oro. He can get hit twice by it crouching, but I don't know the rules behind that. Doesn't happen very often. That's just a combo on Oro. Crouching Oro. It wasn't meaty, but it didn't need to be. This Ken is so good, I feel Oro's pain. That was perfect. That was perfect too! Two perfect things. Oh, it keeps being perfect. Okay, Oro's feeling himself. Big punish! Alright, I like this. Jump roundhouse? Yep. Okay, that's... He didn't want all the super hits to be used up. Okay. This is... It's bad for Oro, but it's not that bad. Traditional tier list put it at 6-4, and I agree with that. No, traditional tier list put it at 6-3, but I think it's... I mean, 7-3. But I think it's actually 6-4. No, 6-4 was right. I misremembered. I remembered correctly, then misremembered. What the fuck was that? And then remembered correctly again. I think it's a little bit in Ken's favor, but not crazy in Ken's favor. The jump after the blocked stomp, interesting. Didn't work for him. It's a cool idea though. Okay. You might think that if they're stand blocking, it's like, oh, they'll get hit sooner because they're stand blocking. But what happens, practically speaking, is Oro will block low and then see Ken's overhead and then stand block. So the first hit will whiff and then the second hit will be blocked. Ken's overhead is reactable, especially for Oro where it hits late. Alright, very smart. He has no meter to continue this, but he can cash out a little bit, which he did. I called that cashing out a little bit, but he did so much damage and almost dizzied. A lot of meter here. This is like the dream scenario for Oro. Just a clean round where he ended with more meter than when he started. Okay. Oro with unblockables is like even with like a lot of the top tiers. Isn't that kind of funny? Or like still losing for some of them. Like this matchup's 5-5 with unblockables. This right here, it's like this matchup is even with this. If Dudley eats a hit, he just loses. That was an anti-parry setup. He timed it very well because it still worked even though it was no parries. It's easier if they do parry because the opponent freezes, so there's more unblockable time. Nice. Poking in this matchup is a little iffy. Necro's buttons are actually quite good. He can counter poke you via speed. A lot of your pokes are kind of slower than his at the same range. So you'll like hit stand medium kick or stand heavy kick and you'll just get hit out of it by stuff like, I don't know, stand strong. Yeah. Necro has to do that like the same time as, oh, yes. Okay. Necro didn't even parry. That was free meter. He probably hit the parry during the super freeze or something, in the tail end of it. Wow. Wow. Optimal. Oh, yeah, the escape. I need to make a video on that because I get that question a lot. There's a lot of different factors. How good the opponent's escapes from blockables are. Whether Aura can jump over them in the corner. Wow. He parried multiple times, anticipating a stronger version of electricity. I think Necro usually uses light electricity there, though. Dizzy output matters. You get high burst damage with Dizzy with stones. Meter build, very commonly Auras pick stones versus twins because you can't build meter in that matchup. You can't do chicken combo, you can't loop chicken. Nice. In generally speaking, Auras SA2 and SA3 are very close to each other in probably about 2/3 of the matchups in the game. You could pick either one, and they're both good. Nice cross through. People think SA2 is more unfair and breaks the game more, which is true. But the honest truth is that they both break the game quite a lot, and they're both obscenely good. It's often still alright to pick Booger versus the Frame 1 Airborne characters. Meter build. Shameless meter build. You just stomped. It's like I can get some meter here. Okay. Early back fierce is a very good anti-air. Or head close strong to punish that, I think. Dizzy is a threat. Dizzy's a big threat. Alright, walk up car throw. Jump over. Yep. Yeah, SA3 also has higher burst damage and is harder to get out of. And you don't need good screen position. They're not Duke, dude. They're good. They're not as good. Duke is Dukey. You're saying they're bad. SA3 arguably has more neutral usage. It depends on the matchup, though. That's actually very tricky to say. Both of them. The thing is, SA2 has good neutral usage on certain characters for just kind of putting it up and bullying the opponent around. With SA3, raw SA3 is very good in neutral. But SA2 also gives you more EX, which is good in neutral. So, you know, hard to evaluate the neutral use of both of them. They're both good. Pairing out of 3-stone is easier. And 3-stone is harder to loop into something meaningful. Okay. Empty jump, low short, uppercut. This footage is from Macho. What a parry! Dizzy too. And the meter build. And then he fucked it up. I'm sure he wanted to stomp there. The 2-hit stand medium punch was horrible. And he spent meter. Nice meter build, nerd. Oh, really good air there. Really good fucking backdash. Aura's kind of cancerous. I feel like Chun-Li and Yun are more cancerous. But Aura might be the third most cancerous character in the game. The things Aura does are kind of more bullshit, but also, like, outside of that, his tactics aren't as effective as theirs. Awkward. It worked, though. That looked like really weird, awkward pressure. You can throw them without risking your life. It is impossible to throw Chun-Li. She will never be next to you. Chun-Li will only throw you, and only from half screen. Interesting, it'll cancel. Nice, got the confirm. Don't think that was a punish, but it could have been, I guess. He parried the back short like he was going to parry the TC. He parried twice. Nice. He went for the anti-parry setup. It's a bit strong to call that a setup. Oro's, what's the name of that move? Nyoriki. Is unparryable. Nichi Rinsho. Jinchu Wataru. Nyoriki. Oniyama. Or special moves. Wow. The real question is what the fuck are his supers? I think I actually know those. Kishin Riki and Kishin Sui, right? I think Kishin Sui for the EX1, something like that. Yagyo Dama and Yagyo Odama. And then Tengu Ishii and Tengu Midari Ishii, I think. Very tricky. Ora's got a lot of weird names. Dama means ball. The Yagyo Dama's super weird. I think the Gyo is like nighttime or something. Or the Ya is, I forget. It's like the Yoru kanji. Dama and Tama are the same kanji. It's just in kanji combinations you pronounce it Dama sometimes. It's like demon, it's like nighttime demon ball or something like that. I don't remember. I feel like Walk is in there too. It's got a really strange name. Alright, did he win? Oh, the double. He spent extra meter to not even get an unblockable. Cool, you don't even get a combo though. What is this cancerous character? Okay, double parry. Uppercut? That works. I was gonna say, why the fuck would you not uppercut? The combo he did was still a kill combo. Nice whiff punish. Using Towards Strong as a whiff punish is pretty advanced. Doesn't seem like it would be, but it is, I promise. Wow. Can like red parried low or something? Who knows? Maybe he just red parried and missed the timing. Oh, the ball didn't combo. Oh. He got the overhead to hit and the ball just like, it was like eh. Crouching Ken was too tiny. Ooh. Alright, just don't get Super Doro. Yeah, no. Roll down back. Okay, okay, I like that. No smart. Wake up stomp. I love that. Anti-air jab. Close jab is a mad good anti-air for Oro. Particularly when you're reading a parry. Okay, this is ugly. Okay. Oh, the dream. I don't like that. Okay, car throw. Oh, he woke up parrying. He was hungry. Or was like, I want me a parry. I don't know what that was. Empty jump grab and Ken hit the button at just the right time, perhaps. He probably parried midair and then, you know, wasn't parry lock once he hit the ground. He could have blocked that, of course. Very nice. Super, maybe? Yep. I don't like the jump. Hey, made it work. I take it back. I do like the jump. I would have just approached and done either overhead or low. Tricky cross-up. I didn't see that. That Izzy bar is looking like a threat, actually. That could be the match decider. That's not a punish. Bullshit. It missed! He missed! That would have dizzied, I think. Oh, it's over. Okay. In Pokemon, the item nugget in Japan is called Kin no Tama, which means golden orb. And apparently, from what I heard, golden orb, Kin no Tama, is a slang term used for testicles sometimes. Cool juggle, I guess. Higher dizzy. Less meter build, and you kind of want the meter build, but whatever. If you know that Necro's going to do that, you can actually get a bigger juggle out of it. But Oro keeps on getting the jump medium kick, and Necro does the instant air stuff, and then he just kills his whole juggle potential. You probably heard it from me. And anyway, in Pokemon Red and Blue, there's the Rocket Bridge in Celadon, not Celadon, in Cerulean. And the Rocket gives you his golden orbs at the end of it, and that's like a meme in Japan. It's like, you want to handle my fucking balls. What he says in Japanese is apparently ambiguous to, you know, would you like this golden orb versus, like, do you want to feel my testicles? Some bullshit like that. Okay, super. Overhead. Low. No, you should have jumped over him. I think you would have an unblockable. Double super. It got all the hits? I don't think I've ever seen that. It hit every time. Yeah, I played competitive Pokemon. I used to play on Pokemon Online a lot, and I used to play on Showdown a lot. I'm quite good at it. Nice, the overhead. Like, Showdown stream is never ever. What is a girl twink? Oh, the overheads. What was that air button? Jump strong or something? I feel like I've never seen that. Dudley doesn't really do anything except jump fierce and jump roundhouse. His other air normal see almost no use. Roundhouse has a kind of more downward hitbox, and Fierce has a kind of more forward hitbox. It's definitely higher up for Fierce, which is occasionally used to make it hit kind of higher. When you're getting jumping punches and stuff, it hits later, more reliably. The red parry, and then he fucked up the punish. He got Fierce when he wanted a heavy spin hook. That parry is risky to go for, and then he got it, and he got the fucking shitty ass garbage punish. Okay. Very nice. Oh, just Necro blocked with his face. Good parry. Not a great air to air, but he did something nice and safe. Can't fault safe. Stand jab is a very obnoxious normal against characters who can't duck it, like Dudley. Tricky. If only every character in Third Strike worked like Ibuki, we'd have a nice fair game. I think I can combo versus Dudley, right? Maybe not. He's probably not tall enough. That combos versus certain characters. Dudley's like right on the cusp of being a tall guy. He's taller than like Shoto's. But he's not as tall as like Urian. He's wide too. His hurt box generally does him no favors. But it's not like aggressively bad or anything. Okay. Okay. Big damage. Wonder if there's some way to kill there. I doubt it. Dudley's not really. I was thinking maybe he had like some towards medium kick uppercut thing for Dizzy. Maybe he did. Towards medium kick EX uppercut, I don't know. I don't even know you can do that after down roundhouse. You're not as close after down roundhouse compared to after EX machine gun blow, I think. Okay. Probably desperately trying to counter poke with that roundhouse. Got normal. Necro playing it really safe, really lame, really boring. Very safe, very fucking safe. I don't even have words for how safe that all was. Oh. Pick up super maybe? No. Oh, that. Red parry attempt. He died too fast for it to be chip. Hold up. Show me the money. I want to see that good shit. Okay. Oh, I like that. Low strong, cancel to fireball. I didn't do that for the first like 10 years I played this character. I still don't do it much. It's not that good. It's kind of funny though. It's a nice little neutral novelty. The red parry, and then a really bad punish, and then a really bad punish. He even get a Kuroda set up. He just fucking got nothing. The red parry was nice anyway. Should have just been chicken combo and top blockables. He had like the perfect screen position and everything. Good amount of meter. Neutral jump fierce is a good button. Low forward is a good button. Roundhouse anti-air could have died for that. I do that versus Dudley a lot. If they parry it, they get a full jumping combo on you. And it's just one parry and you can't mix it up. Okay. I like this. Dudley's just going to challenge it. That's Dudley's best way out. It's kind of like good for both players though. Or I will spend a meter to get a meter out of Dudley. Great double jump. Terrible call out. It's hard to combo out a jump medium kick midair. You need like an uber deep hit. It's very low hit stun. Okay, this should just kill. Two hits. That almost never happens. Okay. It was obviously going to be a low, but Dudley didn't parry. Or his jump timing was just he landed before Dudley even woke up. It couldn't have been an overhead anymore. Well, it could have, but it would have been. It would have not been. It wouldn't have led to a combo. Dudley has an awkward time punishing hit grab on block with normals and stuff. Okay, that's cheap. Dudley's cheap. This is looking nigh unwinnable. Oh, I've never seen someone do that. He's got the wrong combo though. He's got to do Kuroda. And he's dead. Dudley's actually gonna trade here. Yeah. That's a great trade for Dudley, even if Oro doesn't die. EX? Huh? Something. EXDP? I don't know. I don't know if EXDP would work there. Alright, just cash out. Fuck it. Uppercut, actually. I like uppercut. Okay, yeah, he uppercutted. I bet he had the exact same fucking thoughts I did. That sequence. I bet me and the Aura fucking communed across time and space. Just evaluated the scenario exactly the same way. Yeah. Oh, that was a free parry. If you don't commit, you can parry on reaction. It's not even that hard. Dudley can interrupt. Ugh. He kind of got an interrupt. Alright, there's no unblockable here. Or there's unblockable. There's no loop here. Ugh, that was like the worst thing. He wanted a neutral jump roundhouse, I think, but he got a like diagonal jump. The angling was kind of weird. Neutral jump roundhouse does more damage. Why the roundhouse? Is that a back throw? I mean, not a car throw? He's done that a few times where he's like dashed into a meaty roundhouse and it's just weird. I don't know what he's for. Watch out for the ducking super. Oh, he's dead. Love Aura. That's a very nice Aura play. I think this guy's probably better than me, but not way better. Hard to say. Nice anti-air lift forward. A little scary, but not bad. He picked a low committal move, so he's actually still able to block the short swing blow. Wow! He did the fucking jump medium kick on block dash back to bait the throw tech, and Dudley actually whiff punished it with a fucking cancel. Stamina House EX machine gun blow. That was insane. Oh, that was a full jumping combo. We got the parry. I think it's 4 parries for light machine gun blow, if I'm not mistaken. It might be 3. Greedy, 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 greedy. Aura's trying to win right now. He's got the meter to win right now. He just needs a fucking close drawing, which Dudley isn't going to give him. Okay, this could jump over him, just jump over him. I lied. What he did was smart. I tried to cash out in my head. I was like, fuck it. Even V supers. Just get whatever you can get. Good anti-air. Jab into electricity. If they parry the jab, they eat the electricity. Cool. They might hit midair. Nope. It can, but it's really picky. Nice. A lot of meter build on that. Necro SF3 is very short. You can build it pretty quickly. Whoa. Very nice. I'm crying at this Dudley. He's too good. Anti-air low strong, very high. I like that. Do it at a time when the opponent probably wouldn't be doing an air parry. Air parry window is only 4 frames. So by mixing up your anti-air timing, you can actually challenge it. Jump jab. Why are all the second impact voice actors so bad and all the third strike voice actors so good? At the same time, I kind of like Alex's second impact voice actor, even though it's goofy. Wow. What an autocorrect. Nice. That was low roundhouse into towards medium kick uppercut, wasn't it? Confirming that it works. Tricky. I did not see that cross up. Oh, that was a low that time. Thought they probably blocked high. Oh, this is bad. He's almost dead. Gold Ken is too strong. Jump back roundhouse. Insanely low risk, insanely high reward. The highest reward, winning. Oh, it ended. Prepare for a black screen for 2 seconds. When will it happen? I'm scared. Any second now, I'm sure. Maybe we're safe. Oh, nope, there it is. It does that if I ever lit up a video and then, like, sleep my computer in between actually watching the video. Gotta reconnect to YouTube, I'm sure. Jump in air throw? I saw you, Ibuki. Nice little TC. Probably the OS. The snake. It should be illegal for snakes to go into trees. Snakes are scary as fuck when all they do is sit on the ground, live in holes. Whoa. Cool. Difficult situation. Ibuki had a really hilarious punish there. She didn't get it. I think Ibuki, if she parries the... for sure the second hit, I think the third hit as well. She can then dash through Ken and get a jump in punish on him. Snakes and spiders, right? I read a study about that one time, long time ago. For most animals, we're not afraid of it inherently. If you've never seen it, you don't need to be afraid of it until, like, you know, you kind of learn about what it is. But humans fear snakes and spiders at a genetic level. If you think about early man chilling in the fucking brush or whatever, wherever we lived. Caves, I don't know. Probably fairly common things to kill you. A weird spider or a weird snake. Close strong. Probably canceled to something, who knows. TC? There you go. Confirmed. If she jumped something, got thrown. Wow, the fucking walk headbutt. All casual about it. That was tricky. The fact that he walked made headbutt look really unpredictable. I said neutral throw caused him to bounce off mirror and forward throw wouldn't. But retrospectively, you know, forward throw, they can bounce off mirrors. I thought about that as I said it. I was like, It's picky. I don't know the rules. I think it's more precise to get a neutral throw. I mean, more precise to get a forward throw to bounce off a mirror than a neutral throw. Versus twins, and maybe some other characters, Urian can actually get a neutral throw and then EX mirror afterward and have it pick up a combo. It's very funny looking. It's because twins take longer to hit the ground there. Urian picks them up higher. And they're short. They gotta do more falling. What was that? Well, wasn't that cool? He got a lot of meter out of it anyway. You know the greatest thing about that? If Aura tries to go for air throw there, the air throw is actually too slow. The hits of Ken's EX Tatsu hit faster than the startup of Aura's air throw. Oh. He anticipated a quick stand. He would have had an unblockable on quick stand. I don't know if I'd call this color peach. He's like orange. That was not a combo. Bullshit. Yeah. Still not a bad idea because he was dead to chip. It depends on your character, but I think people oversell it a little bit. Nice. You weren't watching me earlier. Shut up. This is my first time streaming today. I haven't even been at it for like 3 hours yet. You're watching me on YouTube. Oh wait, Wolf. Never mind. False alarm. I wasn't even being addressed. Embarrassing. Oh, the overhead. Just tackle punish? Urian's punish there is awkward. I think he can do stand strong into tackle. Oh, look at that. That was dash headbutt, right? Beautiful. You love to see it. Partitions are beautiful. He did one parry into low fierce. Greedy. Looked good. One parry into throw is much more reliable. Tackle into mirror any second now. It was pretty good. Oh, the second one. That was the most reliable way to win. But it was a scary meter to commit to. You would have rather saved it. But, you know, winning the round is more important than anything. I think it was the right play to spend it. Okay. Let's stay for on parry. And a block. Okay. This is huge. Mirror? Tackle mirror? Fireball mirror? Nothing. Fireball mirror now. Okay, there we go. Tackle. Fierce. Fireball mirror. Yep. Perfect. Glorious Urian round. That's like the rounds Urian dreams of. In the back half of that anyway. Ugh. I don't know if Urian has anything after crouch jab. EX tackle maybe. Me? I'm kind of excited for SF6. It really just depends on what their mechanic is. I don't hate V skills. I wish they were better than what they are. Triggers I actually quite like. I love installs in fighting games. And they made installs into like a cast-wide mechanic, which is kind of fun. V reversal I've got no love for, but I don't hate it. V shift I think is pretty cool, but they could replace it with something else and I wouldn't mind. Everything outside of those, I think SF5 did really nicely. Wow. Dasher into EX Fireball, huh? Was that supposed to be what it was? That was super weird. Was it going to be super cancelled? How long does it take to, like, execute it? I think the minimum is, like, 8 frames or something, or 7 frames. I forget the actual number of points you have to hit on your stick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is it 13? That seems like too much. I think you can skip diagonals or something. I don't remember. I want to say it's like 8. I feel like V-Shift was a lot better than Delayed Rise. It definitely came too late. But I actually feel like it succeeded in fixing the problems. I should love V-Shift as a mechanic. Can that ever be a punish? Every now and then I see Urians go for it and it never seems to work. Fong maybe could have just been executed better in general. I feel that about probably a quarter of the characters in the game. But I like the other 3/4, so it's whatever. I think it's almost impossible to have a fighting game have a decent launch, unless it's just like an update to a previous fighting game. If it tries something new, it's just going to be awkward, I feel. It's just natural for fighting games to have a horrible launch just because you're moving from a game with well sorted out balance and a lot of characters to a new game with poorly sorted out balance and few characters. Like USF4 to USF5, even if everything went right, which it didn't, you would still be going from a game with 44 characters to a game with like 16. That being said, I still think it's really fun to play fighting games right when they start because, you know, there's value to the balance not having been sorted out yet. Trying to sort it out yourself. Okay. Okay. I love the way the sword is playing. Oh my god, I love this. Uncorner into unblockable? No! Just corner reset. I don't love that. Okay. He did a double parry just in case, but there was like no chance of Urian spinning a mirror there. Yeah, SF5 was released very bare bones in terms of like content. It had all the content I want, so I didn't care. But definitely other people seem to care a lot. When I play a fighting game, I just need training mode versus mode, like local multiplayer and online multiplayer. And it would be nice if there was online training, so I'm still a little bit mad that there wasn't that. I like a trial mode too. I like this setup. Yup, he didn't have time. The ball was already inside him. I don't like this setup. Couldn't he have done like a mid-screen thing? I got a little scared there. I was like, oh no. And then I saw it was Dizzy. I don't give a damn about arcade mode. I don't give a damn about survival, time trials, or shit like that. In fact, I actively hate those modes. I like get mad that they're in the game. It was a heavy super. I think it was the right play. He went for the red parry. Oh, it's neutral jump roundhouse. Or fierce. Nice and reliable. They do the same damage. The hitbox on fierce is slightly higher than roundhouse, but they both work in that context like 100% of the time, so it really doesn't matter which one you go for. Extra battle's kind of fun. I don't have any strong opinions on it. It was neat fighting the NPCs, I guess. Or like the boss characters. I appreciate that on both counts. Input delay, yeah. Well, online stuff too. Okay, it actually fully hit. Uppercut? I would have uppercutted. He's just doing a Crota thing. I think uppercut was probably better. Okay. I think SF5 has a team mode. I don't think anyone's ever really fucked with it. I think it's there. SF4 had one for sure. Nash literally like won Evo 2016 or whatever it was. Okay, nice little parries. Nash won Evo 2016 via via A-frame input leg. No disrespect to fucking what, infiltration? Whoa! Also, is it just me or did the heavy uppercut hit 4 times? That was heavy uppercut, right? Oh my god, heavy uppercut is 4 hits. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It is literally impossible to get heavy uppercut to hit 4 times on a grounded opponent. It will always hit like 3. Or sometimes 2. I think the thing is, once it launches, the juggle potential just makes it so it doesn't combo anymore. And also it pushes out laterally quite a lot. Oh yeah, I can disrespect infiltration. Crouch Fierce? Oh, Fireball! That was smart! Fireball was smarter than Crouch Fierce. It would do a lot. Someone asked about that a few streams ago, and by a few I mean quite a lot at this point. And I said it was 4 hits and then tried to like verify it later on, and I couldn't get more than 3. It's 1 hit for light, 1 hit for medium, and then I was like, I think it's 4 for heavy. It's definitely 4 for EX. These are not Crota tapes. Just random macho footage. I don't like the jumping so much. Wow, that was kind of good. I don't like that super. The Dream Super. Great conversion, too. That was like the best conversion he could have got. If he wanted to style, he could have got fucking light fireball into super. Heavy fireball's a lot easier, though. Heavy fireball's just better. You can do it earlier. And thus get the roundhouse earlier. And thus be closer at the end. Red parry, huh? Light DP, it's unthrowable. Just the regular old overhead into a dash up into another overhead. Whew, could have died. It's not that recent, it's kind of recent, 2021. It's recent in the grand spectrum of how long the game's been out. Wow, that was nice. Now that Third Strike can legally buy alcohol in the United States of America. Nice anti-air. That was safe. Yo! The dream! Yo, the dream! Oh, that was such a good read, too. This dizzy? Yep. That stomp looked extremely whack. Nice max meter build. Ah. Probably parried on the way down. Okay. One hit. Fuck Oris, though. Should be illegal. What were they thinking? So for those who don't know, the period where the game starts interpreting mashing from both players for Oroso is quite long because he's got to climb up on the opponent's head, which allows both players to react to the fact that Oro's climbing up. And obviously the Oro player knows he just went for a forward throw, but the opponent also gets a lot of notification, which means he can start mashing earlier than other mash throws. Which means it's fairly easy if you're a good masher to get only 2 hits or even 1 hit out of the throw. And it takes a whopping fucking 5 hits of Oro's mash throw to equalize the damage of his back throw. Ah, he's dead. I think the forward throw does more dizzy though in those 5 hits. But like, no one should let you get 5 hits. No one should even let you get 3. Yeah. Not only that, but he doesn't have a forward throw. I always knew that, but I didn't actually kind of realize it until someone pointed it out. It was just something I kind of adapted to without thinking much on it. In second impact, you could do any throw in any direction. So Oro could do his back throw, but the other way. Whoa. Second impact in New Generation had ST throw mechanics, rated towards plus a medium or heavy button. It's a bit weird the way that it works with parry. Committal throws are better, I think. 2 button throws. The thing is, something like Oro parry into towards strong or stand strong. That would have been like a. That would have been a throw input in second impact, while also being like, you know, Oro's main wake up. It's like, wow, your fucking main reply, your main combo starter also text throws. Oh, I've beaten low tier gods several times. If we're talking about me. Okay. Oh, fancy. Okay, the fake cross under. Why jump? Why jump? Stick to the ground. What mix-up are you gonna eat? Okay, I like that. That's that Dagger G wake up. Oh, I love doing wake up light DP. I do it myself. EX Fireball anytime now. Scary, scary. Don't die. EX Stomp. Okay, that's also good. Someone came in and said who this combo was one time, and I don't remember who it was. But it was like a known player. It's like fucking Roku or someone. Damn. Good hit. Oh, nice. He shifted to block. He's like, oh, okay. This can kill. No, I don't think he has enough meter. Ken's got like full HP. Uppercut super? Should have been uppercut super. Super here. I don't like that. I don't like it. Oh, I only barely muted my mic in time. I just sneezed. I have mixed feelings on that EX Fireball. Ironically, if Oro just ducked there, he would have like won on the spot for that EX Tatsu. If it was Ryu, he could have done the TC there, but it's Ken, so there was no TC. Double yep, double uppercut. I love the double uppercut, and he got the dizzy. Paid off a little bit. I don't think there was any real danger of losing that round. Okay. Oh. Nice anti-air. Oh, good not tech by Dudley. Nice. He could have cancelled it. I think you can't get machine gun blow from anything except roundhouse though. Right? I think like stuff like towards medium kick and TX machine gun blow doesn't work. Dudley actually doesn't have that many cancels, but the cancels he has are like god cancels. Low strong is great. Towards forward is great. Roundhouse is great. Low short is good enough. I think stand strong cancels as well. And that's already most of them. He doesn't have that many. The Rose hit. Necro did instant air. He did the jumpy overhead move. That has no name. Cool link! Crushing Dudley. A lot of damage. A lot of dizzy. Oh, and then he just died. Dudley just fucking activated Ultra Instinct. One hit. I don't think it was a strong hit either. Necro got robbed. Red parry attempt. Very low risk, high reward on that red parry. There it is. You hate to see it. He did the right thing too late. The annoying thing is Dudley players will play well, and they won't give you many chances at that shit. We just saw 2 in a row. But a good Dudley won't even drop it. Or like he'll only drop it in like kind of weird scrambles. Whoa. Cool. Cool. That all comboed? I haven't bought either of the DLC teams. Wow. That's not real. Bullshit. I kind of hate how popular Gato got immediately. Gato's kind of a scourge on KOF 11 and Garo footage because he's very dominant in those games. And then he gets released for KOF 15 and he's just extremely dominant immediately. It's just like, okay. I guess Gato's just a good character. Nice. Nice. You should have light kick twice. Obviously on purpose. Rock's okay. No opinion on Janet. No opinion on Geese. Who else? Yamazaki, he's cool. Kind of like him. I like Billy. I would buy Billy. Want to play him a little bit. Oh, Billy sucks. They won't stop me. Ryo I already thought was good, and he seemed to get buffs up the ass. Ryo looks really good in the current version of the game. Ryo just gets absurd damage now, especially in the corner. His like metered stuff is fantastic. His like EX stuff. This is already a game where like EX defines how good of a character you are. His super stuff is kind of iffy. The Rambo super is fine. The Fireball super is it's pretty good, I guess. It's not horrible. It's not great. It's like hard for him to convert to a super without scaling the shit out of his own combos. But it's okay because they're still pretty strong even when they're scaled. Nice. Heavy D and Shenwu. I like both of those characters a lot. Heavy D is trapped on a team with characters that people don't like. Neutral has always defined a character's tier in pretty much every fighting game. EX is just kind of notable in this one because this is the first KOF game with cheap EX moves. EX moves didn't even exist until 13. And they cost a whole super meter in 13. And in 14 you could only do them when you're in max mode. Although max mode was cheaper, it was only 1 bar to enter. But now it's like you can do them whenever and they're only half a bar. So they're the cheapest they've ever been. And the thing about EX in KOF 15 is it massively increases your damage. Like your meterless combo, your 1 bar combo will do like over 100 more, like reliably for every character. You get great damage returns for EX, so you should basically always spend it. You also get quite a lot of meter. I don't dislike that. I think KOF 15 is awesome. Everything I just described was not a problem. At least not to me. It was merely an observation. EX and SF5 is quite fair. So are supers. I don't know if there's a single EX move I would call bullshit in SF5 right now. Whoa, she attacked the wrong way. She had to attack like a couple frames later. He wanted her to not be able to do that. The super cancel, I mean. EX Zonk is one of the best ones currently. EX Knuckle by Ed is quite good. In my humble opinion. I would say EX Knuckles, the EX move I'm the most afraid of. Or it like carries the character the most. That shit was a huge buff. Very nice. Very nice. He landed. Most characters will slowly fall. Whoa. Ah, and she hit something. Maybe pre-jump frames, actually. Most characters slowly fall as they're eating Ibuki's SA1. And once they hit the ground, they're invincible. And depending on the timing of her mashing, they can like wake up and hit her. So you might have seen she stopped supering like the nanosecond can hit the ground. Jump in air throw? You can't parry if you're air throwing. It's not zero opportunity cost. That's not a combo. She did something again. She keeps doing stuff. Alright. Alright, alright. This is very strong for Ibuki. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just like that. I'd be livid. That shit wasn't even confirmed unless he raw confirmed it, which I guess is possible. Whoa. Guests. No. Fuck guests. The closest thing I have to a guest character that I wouldn't mind appearing is a reference to another character, such as Zeku and Strider. Oro. Do something cool, Oro. That wasn't cool. That was cool. One parry into block. I was like, that's the wrong timing, but he did the heavy stomp. It was the right timing for a heavy stomp. I think you cannot double DP Oro at all, mid-screen, if memory serves, even with a car. The cure function's great. So does Lucia. No complaints on those characters. I think they could do a good job regardless of who they add. But in terms of characters I actually want to see, I guess they could have someone from Power Stone. That'd be kind of cool. But like who? Eagle? Was that his name? I think it was. No, they already have an Eagle in Street Fighter, don't they? Was that even his name? Who's the guy in the red flight suit in Power Stone? What was his name? I think Lucia's always been okay. I think that was mid-air hit, but it doesn't matter. Or literally does not care. Anti-parry setup, that's still unblockable. Tricky, but didn't work. Oh, should have walked under maybe? He does a deliberately short setup for this unblockable. Smart. Falcon. I called him Eagle, but he was Falcon. It's the same damn thing. I wouldn't bring him in, but I don't know who I would bring from Power Stone. He would be like the best one to bring. I don't want the guy who crawls around on the ground. It's Jack, I think. The girl, I don't remember, Ayami or something like that. The girl with the really good Power Stone transformation. She'd be alright. They could bring her. How's it from Red Earth? Just put a fucking dinosaur in the game, fuck it. I could see a Red Earth character, but probably not. If anyone, it's gonna be fucking Tessa. I would say Tessa. Of the 4 main characters, the most marketable one is probably Tessa. Wah! Confidently walk up and low parry. Tricky. Hager would have broke the internet once upon a time. I don't think anyone would care now. Underrated? I don't think since it was released. It's probably underrated now. Because you can actually do some shit with it. I don't think it was that good on release, though. It's gotten buffed a lot since release, shit. Scary, or needs like a lot of reads or a really good fucking stand strong. Dudley's trying to not give him anything, but in the process he's giving him a lot. He's dead. What a parry. What a punish. Nice. Safe on block, 50-50 on every block, stand hard punch. Walk me through it. Block, stand hard punch into run into V skill. And then tackle of the stand fierce hits. Is that what's going on? I thought running V skill could be bad at point blank. Oro again. That Necro fucking he was just here and he was gone. Where'd he go? That was super fast. Oh, he hit the rose. It's not deliberate. Your attack hangs out longer if you hit the rose because the hits stop. That makes you more whiff punishable. I've had good success using neutral jump fierce versus Dudley. It like kind of counter pokes a lot of his buttons on the ground and also stops his air approach. If they do a reversal button, is that okay? Stand fierce, run, stop. Loses to reversal button, I'm pretty sure. Like it's just a punish. Stand fierce, run, tackle. The tackle, I don't know if it's a true block string or if it trades with reversal button or if it loses to reversal button. Same with me, I've got no idea. I don't know if that's really a 50-50. It's more like you're just using the Stand Fierce and confirming out a bit of it hits. Because on block, you've got to go for the knee, right, to stay safe. I guess it's a 50-50 if you don't give a damn about getting punished by mashing on one side. But that kind of makes it stop being a safe 50-50. It's like it can be safe or it can be a 50-50. When I think it was safe 50-50, I think it's something where both options, like, are safe. That does sound alright, though. Don't get me wrong. You're kind of selling me. I gotta look at it. Ibuki can do that. Ibuki player is quite good. Alright, let's get an oil on the screen, am I right? Damn it. You know the Ken is good. It's true. Ibuki is often played very passively. Big jump in? Alright, he did not go for the air normal. You can do that there, but sometimes it's available, sometimes it's not. He just landed and got the punish. Nice and safe. Whoa, that grab from so far out. Dizzy. How often do you see Dudley dizzy? Last time they put in not that many World Warriors, they got bit for it. I think the Chun-Li, Ryu, and Ken are guaranteed. I think Zangief and Guile are also fairly guaranteed. I think they're not going to make a Street Fighter game again without those guys. Guile's a maybe. Zangief's also a maybe. Chun-Li, Ryu, and Ken are for sure. But there are a lot of characters that are probably going to make it in just because they're popular. Like Guile, like Zangief, like Juri, like Cody. Okay. I think Akuma's also very likely. I think we're just stuck with all three Shotos, main Shotos. And then whatever tertiary Shotos we get, it just depends on the game. Maybe we'll get Goken, I don't know. You're like the only person on Earth who's like Blanca coming back would be great. It sucks, huh? I like Blanca too. Wow, it wasn't supposed to be a roast. I'm just saying people hate Blanca. It must suck for a character you like for everyone to hate them. That's true, Aura's not popular. He made it back somehow. Aura's kind of mixed. I don't know if I'd say he's unpopular. Most people don't really have a strong opinion on him. And I think the perception is quite good now after SF5, which is nice. I think the general perception of Oro in SF5 is like, interesting. I think people probably don't have a super strong opinion on fighting him because they probably rarely fight him. And they like seeing their fucking streamers that they like digging Oro. People like the Brian F and the Broski. It's like, oh, pros love Oro. That's my perception of Oro's public image. I don't know if it's that accurate. I think, as a spectator, Oro's fun to root for. You know what I mean? Like, certain characters you just can't help but cheer for, right? It's just like, oh, look at this. Cool. Like, don't we all get a little hype for the Ryus now that Ryu's just dead in the water? You watched fucking, what's his name? Why is his name not coming to me? The fucking Euro replayer who's mad good. You guys know. You watch him play Ryu and you're like, whoa. He had close face struggle there, I think. He didn't want a DP because the angle got swapped, but he could have just done close fierce. One, no punish. You hate to see it. Jimmy. Nice. Who's a character you root for every time you see them in SF5 that's not your main? For me, it's Gil. I cannot help but root for Gil. I just want to see Gil do cool combos. Gil hits that fucking big shit every time. Falk is kind of little hype. Juri's hype. Falk is hype if you like kind of defensive play, which I do. Grapplers. I get Zangief, right? I get a little bit hype for Zangief. I get a little hype for Abigail. Menat, yeah. I like Menat. I don't know if most people would. Nice. Double DP? He went for it. Doris, alright. Whoa, the sub. I generally like most characters in SF5 to watch. Like, I like watching Guile. Wow, Ape Escape. Alex. There we go. That's who I was thinking of. I was like, there must be a character in SF5 who's just a fucking hype man. And it's Alex. Oh, on the fucking, as soon as I say it. Alex is definitely, he brings the hype. He's got everything that people love to root for. You got the grappler, you got the underdog, you got the weird, like, ultra high damage combos. You got the, like, not very played. You got the, he's popular among, like, lower ranked players. So it's like, oh, I never get to see pros play my character. Alex is like a perfect combination of things people like to watch. I think Alex is a good hype character. Yeah, I don't think he's an underdog anymore, but I think people probably still see him as one. I think he's okay. I could see that he might still have some problem matchups, but I think versus the majority of the cast, he's probably fine at this point. If not even winning. Oh yeah. Alex has done like a third of the damage he's done this round in throws. Hate Alex. Like season 1, I don't remember. People didn't really like the way he functioned. He was kind of like a low medium punch bot with no anti-air. Oh, and Third Strike. No, he's quite popular in this game. People get pretty hyped when they watch Alex here. Alex is a bit of a beginner trap character. A lot of people kind of start out with him, but he's a character without a whole lot of future. You know what I mean? It's hard to take Alex to a higher level. You'll be like winning less than you should. Is Sean hype? That depends on you. People usually get hype for the pure novelty of Sean, but once you actually see Sean gameplay, he's not very interesting. He's just like, oh, it's just Ken. Everything he has is either shared with Ken or bad. With very few exceptions. The concept of Sean is really cool. Sean could easily come back at any moment. He was in story mode in SF5. He knows how to fight loosely. Nice. They would have done the same thing as Sean that they did with Alex. They would have axed some special moves and then found some way to make the remaining special moves workable. Nice. ATO throw. Wow, what a fucking... How nice. Too far away for the juggle. He would have got dizzy. Never mind, he got it anyway. Don't want to see like Elena, huh? Give me a fucking whole roster of all the young characters. I want Elena to come back like the most of anyone. I don't fancy their chances of doing that. I think Elena with no healing is quite palatable. I think people wouldn't care. I think people would even be happy to see Elena back if she had no healing. They'd be like, oh, Elena. SF4 left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, but SF3 Elena is, I don't really think, a problem in any way for most people. I do think her special moves need a little bit of an overhaul, though. They're not very combo friendly. And when a move isn't combo friendly, it either ends up being useless or extremely neutral dominant. Nice. Healing is a nice novelty. The only way I think that people could probably not hate it is if it was just she was just healing all the time she was doing the move, and she could just do it whenever, and it wasn't very fast. Like Rose's heal in SF5. I've never heard anyone complain about that. Most people don't even know it exists. Most people have no idea that Rose has a heal. Yeah, Rose has a heal. One of Rose's 4 taros heals her. It heals quite quickly, too. Oh, too late. Not only does it restore actual HP, but it also gives her white HP, which restores over time. So, you get health no matter what if you use it, but you also get even more health if you can kind of avoid damage. I expect Ed. No idea about Falk. I think Falk is likely, but not like over. I don't even want to say 50%. Probably less than 50%, but you know. I think white increases her health, red increases the damage she deals, and then green and purple are both debuffs. But I forget what the debuffs do. I think one of the debuffs causes the opponent to take more chip damage. And then one of the debuffs, I think, lowers the opponent's damage. Something like that. Her tarot aren't bad. The RNG element is a bit annoying. It feels like this should be better by the fact that, like, you know, so much of it's out of your control. If Elena's healing was just like something you could do, like passively, if the opponent gave you a chance, but it was hard to find a way to get the opponent to give you a chance. The legal thing about Fei Long is just nonsense. Apparently. Someone reported that, and then several people came out of the woodwork to say, you're full of shit. He was like not an authority on the matter. Parry into block. Oh, bullshit. When your jumping beats anti-airs. How much of this is left? I'm probably going to leave after this so I can make a video. You guys have me for 12 minutes. He was hoping I actually make the video. Instead of not making it like the last 4 or so days. It's not a video anyone's going to care about. It's a video about the stuff I've added recently to my game. Most people didn't play the new demo. So I'm just going to make a video showing off the things that were in the new demo. I could not tell you about SF4 stage widths. I haven't actually made a video showing off, like, you know, some of the stuff about my combat yet. Where can one find this demo? It's on the YouTube channel for the game until my death. However, if you go to my channel, Buffail, and search the posts, my last posts have all been about. Some of the stuff with the release of the latest demo is a bit messy, though. On one hand, I'm kind of proud of it, and on the other hand, I was like, I could have done better. Nice. Dudley and Makoto, traditionally. It's usually Chun-Li and Yun kind of share a spot as top 2. And then Ken and Makoto kind of share a spot as 3 and 4. And then Dudley after that. It used to kind of be thought that Ken was just better than Makoto, but now it's kind of iffy. I think Ken is better against top tiers than Makoto is. Well, that's actually kind of iffy too. The game has its own Discord, for what it's worth. I think a lot of people don't seem to know that either. I guess every time I make an update video, I should link the Discord. He was too far away to get a close strong there. Alright, 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 this should kill. He's got to spend the beater, though. Ugh, good parry. There's a nice multi-layered pun in the title of the game that you guys won't get forever. Time to pick a random body of work and declare that my game is actually a prequel to it. Clearly my game is a prequel to Star Wars. It just happens in an entirely different location in the universe. Gilligan's Island. Yeah, that's a good one. Perfect. I'll call it Gilligan's Island Part 0. Schmixed. Little schmixies. I love the tap. Like, you know, get a meaty, low short, and then just fish for parries aggressively. Oh, it fell out. Crouching Oro, not point blank. Something happened. I'd be livid if I was Ken. I'd be like, what the fuck? Prequel to the Bible. Interesting. Prequel to real life. Good confirm. You can just write a fucking sequel to the Bible if you want. I don't use an arcade stick, what the fuck? I have a hitbox right next to me. I use it sometimes. Okay. That can still happen several times and Aura will still win. Because he's got a lot of meter. Oh, anti-parry setups. Uppercut super? He thought it would dizzy. EX uppercut might have dizzied. I don't know actually, because EX uppercut doesn't hit fully there. Ah. That light kick hurt my soul. It's not a good pad either. I mean, it is a good pad for my hands. But it's not like, you know... If you were like, what controller should I use to get good at Street Fighter, I would probably say hitbox. Ugh. It was a good uppercut. Nice, beautiful. Oh, love it. Anti-air jump roundhouse. Unfortunately, he's in the corner and dying. Ugh. Oh! Oh my god. What a mess. Shameless! I love how shameless that was. Oh, it got even more shameless. Ken tried to block his way out of the corner. Max meter build. What the fuck was that? It was heavy super. Beautiful. That round. Everything went right. Heavy super was balls out. You can just walk under heavy super. It goes really high. High connect. Okay. Scary. Always got a lot of meter. Doesn't even matter if he lands a hit, which he did not. Now it matters. Now Aura's meter is extremely important. No. Can you put your own music on a DDR machine? Truly, technology has come so far. Oh, it was too late. Aura can kill. Aura can kill. What is this bullshit, huh? Double super, I guess? Oh, EX Fireball. Alright, well. Ugh. That was so... I don't like it. Double super was okay, though. That was kind of nice. Didn't work, but it was kind of nice. It got added for real? Wow. Bless Konami. What the fuck is this? It worked, though. Chip is a real threat. Yep. Ken was extremely pressured to parry there. Wow, I drop unblockable sight in the time. Are you saying I'm not a real Oro? I'll beat this guy up tonight. I will kill him. I will find him in Japan. I don't like how late that jump was, but he made it work. Far strong, huh? Alright, jump stomp didn't work. Oh, that was like super jump. He got like a regular height jump. It seemed like he was... I guess he just crouched for a really long time and it looked like the super jump startup. It was weird looking. This is from Acho. Hi. You came at the worst possible time because I'm about to leave. Booger. Universe overhead. That's what I usually like doing. I like this too. Alright, I like that as well. He didn't quite get the meter he needed. Just watch the archive and pretend you were there the whole time. How much left of this video do we have? Like less than a minute. Probably gonna end like any second now. End with this round. Or I was probably gonna win very slowly. Yep. 25 seconds. I don't think this is gonna be a round 3. I think this is gonna be a very slow round 2. Or trying not to choke by like fucking doing a whole bunch of nothing. Wow. He had a guaranteed kill there. Okay. Yeah, this is a nice play actually by the Oro. It looks kind of like whack. It's like, why is he even doing this? There we go. Alright, you guys have now lost me. I'm gonna go make that video.